Welcome back to Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. I'm Denver7's Micah Smith.
And I'm Colorado Public Radio's Nathan Fernando Frescas. The Sundance Film Festival will be the biggest gathering of film lovers Colorado has ever seen. In Park City, Utah, where the festival has lived since the 70s, the event directed thousands to the small mountain community.
And now in just a few short years, Boulder will be the home of Sundance. It's a big get for film lovers in Colorado and a potential boon for the economy and visibility for Hollywood filmmakers too.
We met with Governor Polis and the Executive Director of the Office of Economic Development and International Trade, Eve Lieberman, to discuss how Colorado is preparing and their thoughts on how the state will benefit from Sundance year after year.
Governor Polis, let's start with you and really look at the big picture here. You estimate Sundance Film Festival could generate more than $100 million a year for the state and create about 1,500 jobs. Specifically, what kind of work are we talking about and overall impact?
Sure. Well, those are really just the direct jobs. But if you think about it, these 70, 80, 90,000 folks coming to Colorado in the middle of January, which is a great time for our state, many of them are also going to enjoy other things Colorado has to offer. So in addition to the direct impact from the festival, many people are also going to extend their stay, go to the mountains and ski, come to Denver, Colorado Springs, view the cultural attractions that we have. So it's a great way to put Colorado on the map in the artistic community, in the cinematic community, and really promote Colorado above and beyond just the benefits of the festival itself.
So we talk about the economic planning. What about the cultural impact and how are you going to move that beyond Boulder to places like Colorado Springs, Grand Junction, etc.?
Sundance has really been interested in a statewide partnership. They're already attending events and really excited in doing outreach and elevating the cinematic arts across our state. It's so exciting to see grassroots festivals like the Pueblo Film Festival get up and going. We already are the home to many existing festivals like Denver Film. Really, Sundance is a capstone to that. I think in many ways will activate the artistic community, not just during the festival weeks, but year-round.
Well, let's dive a little bit deeper into the outreach. Eve, what kinds of support will the state offer to make sure local filmmakers benefit, including those just starting out in the industry?
So part of the tax credit bill that was passed was supporting recruiting Sundance Film Festival to relocate to Colorado. But it also, importantly, helps support small film festivals that are already existing in Colorado. That will help benefit everything from, Telluride Festival to the Boulder International Film Festival to Denver International Film Festival. There are so many film festivals that we want to elevate and help promote that have year-round programming.
Yeah, and Real Talk is all about lifting up diverse voices in our community. How is your office working to ensure that the opportunities created by the festival are equitable and inclusive, meaning especially for underrepresented communities across the state?
The amazing thing about the Sundance Film Festival is that they really want to lift the tide of all boats. So they want to help support communities across Colorado be part of the existing infrastructure and events, not just in terms of supporting artists, but also in terms of other types of events that are occurring across Colorado. So for instance, the Native Lens Symposium is occurring in June in Durango at Fort Lewis College. That's something that our office has helped supporting. It promotes mentorship and career development for Indigenous filmmakers. Sundance Film Festival is relocating in 2027, but they are participating in the Native Lens Symposium this year. So they're already making that commitment to supporting and uplifting new and diverse voices across Colorado.
And Governor Polis, earlier in the show, we heard from State Representative Bob Marshall, who quite frankly criticized the $34 million tax incentive to relocate Sundance Film Festival. And he's arguing that these resources are being diverted away from core government functions like education and teacher pay. What's your response to that pushback, and why do you believe that this investment is worth it?
Well, if that's what he asserted, it's incorrect. These are surplus dollars, to be clear. We have a strong budget surplus in Colorado that's refunded through a variety of tax credits. So this does not affect investment in our schools or anything else. The second part, he's right to the extent, sure, we'd rather get it for free, but it isn't how the world works. And Colorado, of course, has to be competitive, and we wouldn't even be talking about Sundance coming to Colorado were it not for the tax credit, which was part of our competitive proposal to defeat Cincinnati and Salt Lake City and win the Sundance Film Festival for Colorado.
Eve, I have to ask you, are there specific goals or benchmarks that OEdit is using to measure whether Sundance Film Festival is delivering on some of its promises, not just economically, but in terms of job creation, small business growth, and just overall community impact?
We want to work with Sundance Film Festival to figure out what the milestones are, but we know already from the economic impact is over $100 million per year, and it'll bring 70,000 people participating in the film festival. 25,000 are out of state. That's data we already know from what exists in Utah, and we have the capacity to help Sundance Film Festival expand and grow.
One of the competitive aspects of our proposal is that they have the room to grow. In the Boulder, Denver market, with the number of hotel rooms we have, they were really hamstrung in Park City. Very few hotel rooms, no room for growth. And so when you look at their 10-year plan, we expect, and frankly they expect, and one of the reasons they chose us is they'd like to grow even more in this coming decade.
Yeah. Governor, we also heard from the Rocky Mountain Women's Film, who want to make sure Colorado's smaller film festivals are heard and maybe brought to the table. How will you do that?
Well, really Sundance began their work early in doing that. I think they either have had or are having discussions with many of those festivals. There's frankly a lot of synergies between many of the festivals that already occur across Colorado, many of whom are eligible as well for the tax credit, but all of whom will benefit from cross-promotion and really elevating the cinematic arts, but also to establish Colorado as a destination for filmgoers from across the country and across the world.
At the Sundance Film Festival bill signing, you saw the film festival, smaller film festivals, all here to celebrate that signing. So that demonstrates the commitment by the Sundance Film Festival to really increase exposure and elevate those small film festivals that exist in Colorado.
And Governor Polis and Eve, you both seem pretty passionate about film and the industry. So before we let you go, I have to ask, what is your favorite movie ever filmed in Colorado? Governor Polis, you get to go first, and then Eve, we want to hear from you.
My goodness, ever filmed in Colorado? Which was the Chevy Chase one that was filmed in Colorado back in the day?
Vacation.
There you go.
What National Lampoon?
That one comes to mind. It had
Okay.
a part of it, I think, that was filmed here, if I'm not
In
mistaken.
Pueblo.
So I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Eve?
So The Man Who Changed the World is a film that was actually the largest homegrown film in Colorado that we helped incentivize with our film tax credit. And the amazing thing about this film, too, was that it had a direct impact of $9 million, indirect impact of $15 million. And it was filmed in Boulder, Westminster, and also on the CU campus. So it really elevated and exposed the students to film production and the artistic community that we're helping to support.
I haven't seen that one. I'll have to
Me
catch it.
either. We'll have to add that to the list.
Right.
Governor Jared Polis and Eve Lieberman, thank you so much for joining us for this Real Talk.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's this week's episode of Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. Every week we have a Real Talk on issues that impact Coloradans who are often overlooked.
You can find all of our shows on denver7.com/realtalk or at cpr.org/realtalk. Have a great day.